Oh, that's right. Hey, bro, I'm not used to this shit. Shut the fuck up. Can you hear me, though? I guess this is a good opportunity for a mic check. Seems like it's working. I guess I can just turn down. Okay. Yeah, man, that's all I'm doing, though, is I'm just writing for D&D. So if you have any suggestions for any of the things that are on the screen there, feel free to type them out in the chat and let me know, and I'll add them to the list. Or if you have any questions, feel free to ask as well. Don't freak out, man. The girl's not gonna hurt you. Well, Peyton might, but that's different. I'm gonna need to scale this shit down. Let's do that. Eridor? I assume that's meant to be a character name, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, Arador. God forbid. When are you gonna put together your one shot, bro? Minor character name. Oh, you're getting specific with it, and it's not a major character. It's just a minor character. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm gonna make a note of it. $2023. Alright, I'm looking forward to it. What am I looking for? What are you even doing, man? You just chilling? Or are you playing a league or something? Ah, I gotcha. Hey, bro, that could be a stream in and of itself. No, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I need a better camera. We're just gonna leave it right there for now. What is Marengal? I'm tripping. What the fuck are these emojis? Okay, anyways. Welcome back. Jack. Is this a minor or a major character? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, man, that's what I'm here for. I need ideas, you know? I'm not very creative. For the genre, Yeah, ideally it would be music that I could use during an actual session of the game. But I will take good music suggestions at any time for any reason. Uh, Leafian. I like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me go ahead. And play this. Ugh. Selson Blue. As a black person, I am immediately offended. You sure this song's by Lil Wayne? Comes up as Lil Newt. There's actually a lot of people with songs called Selson Blue. That's interesting. Only available on Deezer. What the fuck is that? Alright, whatever. I'll check YouTube. Alright, I'm listening to it. Hits Daddy. Alright. Yeah, that Lil Wayne song is fucking garbage, by the way. Fucking Salazar. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Let me hear all about it. Cumster Town? Or is it just Cumster? I'm just gonna let you know. That's a terrible fucking town name. I'm gonna put it on the list. I'm sure you do like Cumster. Oh, wait. No, it's a girl. Never mind. Lansky. Cumster. What kind of fucking town would that even be? Dedrick? It's not a bad name. Nalgene. Thank you for clarifying the type of brown. It flagged your fucking shit name, Nick Gurr. I'll allow it. Nalgas? I have a feeling that this is just a joke. Pajit Brown. That's quite fucked up. I hope for your sake I never become big on this platform, because I would really hate to have to fucking block you saying Pajit Brown in my fucking Twitch stream. You know? Or Nick Gurr, for that matter. Nalgas. Let's see. Oh, you never answered my question, Sundari. What is Marengal? I guess I can look it up, but does it even mean anything? Majestic. Well, is that Tagalog? Ah, maybe. Lou. Simple name for a simple character. think I'm gonna role play Lou as if he were you, a very simple man. Viviana. Vivina? That's probably Vivina. That is a much less simple name. E like GG. Vivina. Egg. E like egg? What? What the fuck? I don't even know what that makes sense. Well, welcome, fourth viewer. I'm not sure who you are, but feel free to leave any suggestions for any of these topics here in the chat, and I'll add them to the list. I gotcha. I gotcha. I understand now. I see what you're saying. I don't know why you said even I understood as if you were stupid, but I'm glad you understood. I get the feeling that Certified Wetbag didn't understand either. A credit to her gender. Ah. What if you found out she was brown? How would you feel then? Specifically, Pajit Brown. Oh my fucking god. I need some Twitch name ideas, guys. Waifu Central is great, but I don't know that it actually illustrates what I'm trying to do. You were dumb and stupid. Thank you. Thank you very much. I disagree. Of course you disagree. What am I trying to do? It's a great question. I am working on my next Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and I need to write. So, hey, what's up, man? Can only imagine who Frat Bro 202 is. But yeah, I'm trying to convince myself to write, so I figured why not just go ahead and put it on Twitch, which will force me to be accountable to writing this shit out, and then it gives people the opportunity to jump in and suggest ideas. So if you have any suggestions for any of these topics, or even just other things that you have questions about, feel free to ask. But I'll either be reading your comments and talking to you guys, or writing in between. Sandboxy mostly. Hold on, let me put this in Halandrin. That's kind of a good city name. It's definitely better than your last one, Cumster. But to answer your question, it's very much narrative focused, story focused. I'd like it to be very heavy into roleplay, but The sandbox and the mystery around it is my favorite thing to write. I like to leave little nuggets for the players to kind of explore into, um, but leave it open ended where they can kind of go wherever they want or do it at their own pace. I'll probably keep it condensed in the beginning in the earlier levels, but it'll open up. Uh, how long am I going to be streaming? I put on the calendar to do it till 12, but it really just depends. Like I said, if you guys aren't being active in the chat, it's not a big deal. It's just an excuse for me to sit down and actually write. But probably do it till 11 at a minimum. What levels am I planning to play to? I see you're active as fuck, Moon Spiders. I appreciate it. Uh, yeah, what level? It just depends. I'm writing more of a campaign setting than I am necessarily a single campaign. So I plan to start the players probably at level 2, is what I'm thinking right now. And then, sky's the limit. The last campaign I ran, I think the players started from level 1 and we ended up getting to like 16 or 17 by the time it was done. And then, yes, Frat Bro 202. It is definitely the intention to stream the campaign. Also recently started a podcast. We should be putting the first episode up in the next couple days. So yeah, a lot of stuff in the works. A lot of stuff in the works. Look at that, we got some more people. Hey, welcome to the chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by. If you have any ideas, feel free to shoot them to me. Alright, those who are just joining, feel free to leave any comments or suggestions for any of these topics here, or anything that you may have questions about. Currently finding some inspiration for some D&D campaign ideas right now. So far, the gold standard for town and city names has been Cumster. So let's see if you can top that. How about a world which was once ruled by a now absent class of Lich Kings? It's a very interesting idea. I've actually got a pretty solid concept of what the world is. Part of it's actually informed kind of by that previous campaign I mentioned earlier. But I like the idea. It'd be an interesting concept for sure. What yeah, so certified wetback here is trying to be slick by dropping details of my campaign since he's a player in it. But yeah, Bobicious? Babacus? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that terribly. But either way, have you played D&D at all? What's your experience with it? We'd love to hear. That's actually what the podcast is all about, is just finding out people's experiences with D&D and letting more people know about it. Okay. I mean, if you've played since 4E, that's a good amount of time. So, obviously you could have played on and off, but you've at least known what D&D is for quite some time. DM at all, or just player? And I still don't know how that name doesn't get flagged. Certified wetback. It's quite impressive, actually. What removing one C will do. Yeah. I would love to see your certification. DM, some, mostly play. Which do you prefer? You like one or the over the other? I found it was pretty up in the air for me until I ran until I had a decent amount of experience under my belt. I found that DMing is much more gratifying for me than playing, but obviously there's got to be both. Also, certified webback. I know you have ideas, so feel free to put them in the chat. Prefer playing. I like running combat as a DM, but everything else I prefer from the player's perspective. That's fair. I mean, I can see that. I mean, you have more control over combat. Like, combat is where the DM almost has like absolute control. But I don't know. I love role playing from the DM's perspective. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is when there are too many characters on the screen at one time. Like 30. Never put 30 characters that you would have to roleplay in the same place at the same time. I did that once. Like the world building, but most of it's hidden if you're doing your job right. That's the beauty of it, though, because it definitely is a pain in that it just takes so much time if you're doing it right. You're not wrong, but like the payoff is so gratifying. Just having like these ideas, like just literally these fucking random ass ideas that you put in a notebook, and then 4 years from now, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but sometime in the future, these people will finally realize what the fuck I was talking about the whole time. Yeah, it's a long process though. There are plenty of things. My first successful campaign ran for a whole year, and there are still things that the players never actually found out. Or never really got to see because some things were, you know, either they didn't have the time or things were more pressing or just their decisions kind of limited their ability to find those things later on. Especially if your players are savvy with tactics, Sombat can be crazy. You're right, Sombat can be crazy. Let me tell you all about Sombat. My players, oof, I wouldn't have called them savvy in combat. I got one power gamer, and then like a halfway power gamer, and then no, actually two halfway power gamers, and then the other three, they're doing stuff sometimes. But we'll see. Maybe they'll be savvy this time. Name them. Name them. Well, we know who. No balls. What kind of deity name are you looking for? Simple as in Zeus, or complicated like Light Song the Bold? Let me. Angry Meatball. Hey, welcome, Angry Meatball. What am I working on now? There's a lot of comments coming in at the same time. I'll come back to your comment, Certified Webback, because you already know exactly who I'm talking about, and you're just being facetious. And I do have the balls, Sundray, if you're telling me I have no balls. As far as the deity question, Moon Spiders, both. There are 7 deities in this world, and I can kind of talk a little bit more about those deities. And I have some names for them, but I'm not completely set on using those names yet. But I also will be at some point looking for like that kind of like Light Song the Bold, not specifically that structure, but like titles more so than names, if that makes any sense. Like if it's like one of them is one of the names I'm thinking about using is Oriana, who would be the goddess of light. So titles for a goddess like that would be nice. And then Angry Meatball. What am I working on now? I am mostly working on talking to you guys and trying to keep you engaged and writing down whatever ideas you give. But right now I am specifically working on C names. So any lulls that I have working on C's, because I'm trying to figure out how many C's I'm going to even have in this thing. I've got one name that I'm set on, which is the Shipless C. I do like the suggestion that Sundare gave with Marangal, meaning majestic. It's kind of nice. But trying to establish how many C's I will have in my world. 7 is a very common recurring number, just like it is in real life, actually, but definitely will have significance in the campaign. Not sure if I want 7 C's, though. The Dank C. Oh, we found it. We found it. Let me put it on the list. That is just as good. Actually, this would be inappropriate. This would be inappropriate. The Dank C should go above the Marangal C. For sure. For sure. There we go. I'm going to highlight it. That's how dank it is. What a good name, Moon Spiders. Eat it, girl. Oh my god. Let's see. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all joining. Obviously I know a few of you. I'm not really sure if I know some of you, but either way, if you found your way here and you weren't one of the handful of friends that I sent an invite to, then I definitely appreciate you. So the Dank Sea. The tide was high, and so was I. I hop from one world building stream to the next. Oh, okay. Well, hey man, there's gonna be a lot of world building in this stream, so if you are so inclined to follow, I would greatly appreciate it, so you know when I'm online. But yeah, you know, any suggestions for any of this content, feel free to drop it in the chat. But what happened, Meatball? Why are you so angry? That's a great question. Let's dive into that story. Maybe. The Temerian Sea. His dad did not love him. The name was given to me when I moved to America. Where are you from? And why was that the name you were given? I feel like there's a lot of names. I mean, I'm not one to talk. My name's Waifu Central in here, so, you know. Scotland. Hey, that's cool. Well, welcome to America. How long have you been here? Also, if anyone has like session music suggestions, those would be great right now. Just because it helps get my creative juices flowing when I listen to D&D music. Americans have a general politeness that took me a while to master, and people mistook it for anger. Ah, makes sense. Oh, so is the meatball thing because you're Scottish? Okay. I don't know how old you are, but, you know, 10 years makes you basically an American in my book. No, the meatball thing is... Hey, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it to you. That's fucking funny. Oh my god. Temerian Sea. What does that mean? Certified wetback? I don't know. Oh, okay. You just like the sound of it? Fair enough. I'm gonna put that on the list. It's not as good as the Dank Sea, but you haven't probably heard of this song. It's a little underground. You know, as soon as I read that, I knew you were gonna say something fucking dumb. But I didn't think it would be that dumb. So, congratulations. Will these be names given to the seas by scholars and map makers or by sailors? The prior scholars and map makers. Sailors would potentially have their own nicknames for them. And that's why there's going to be an oversaturation of names as well on these lists. Hey, Junior's account. Welcome to the chat. Where is Your God Now by Rocknarden. But anyways, yeah, the idea is that there should be oversaturation on these lists because obviously not every idea is going to be as good as the Dank Sea. But some of these things can be used in other ways, like folklore, or instead of it being an official name, maybe it's a name that a sailor gave it. Or maybe it'll just give me an idea for something else entirely. Alright, let's try out this song. Pretty sure I've heard this one before, but either way. Do you have a pool of cultures or languages you've pulled from so far? Uh, yeah, a couple. I use a lot of Latin and Italian for certain things in the campaigns that I write. And then there is a small portion of the world that I actually use Tagalog, which is the Filipino language for. Um, but I'm always open. I mean, it's not. My last campaign I used a little bit of a billion languages, everything from Chinese to Croatian to let's get Italian or Tagalog. Nothing's off limits for me. Yes, this is a very good villain monologue song, for sure. I could definitely see players finding out what the reclamation was to this song. I wonder what the reclamation was. It's a great question. I mean, obviously, as well, for those in the chat, if you want some ideas for maybe your own D&D or other similar role-playing game, feel free to drop those as well. I'm not the only DM in the world, I'm just the world's best. It's my narcissism coming out. Yeah, let me go ahead and add that to the campaign playlist. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. In Gaelic, the word. Oh, that's pretty cool. Am I able to copy this? Let's see. I like that. Now, is it as good as the Dank? Unfortunately, not. But it's very good. I really like that one. Put what these things mean so I don't forget later on. When I go to reference the doc. Malachi? Where's that from? That's not the first time I've heard that name. I can't remember what it is, though. What was that? Okay, let's see. Malachi. Demise of a nation. Secession Studios. Is that where Children of the Corn is where Malachi's from? I've never watched Children of the Corn. I never watched regular show either, actually. Demise of a Nation. I like this album art. It's pretty cool. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna be totally honest. Oh, that's what it is. Hey, I got a mini feed. Hey, thank you, Junior's account, for following. I appreciate that. Hey, there we go. I was gonna say I don't I didn't know why the notification didn't pop up on the screen for Junior's account, but thanks, Certified Webback. I appreciate the follow. Whole album slaps. Well, it's a pretty good song, that's for sure. I'll have to listen to the album later. Dang. Do I have a god of nature or the ocean? Yes, I have 7 gods actually. I would love to talk about those. I'd get my juices flowing. Because, let's see. Let me find the page. I really probably don't even need the page. I've been working on these gods so long. Just want to get the order and give as much detail as I can. Where did I put the colors? Okay. But yes, to answer your question while I'm looking through my chicken scratch notes, I do have a god of nature. There are 7 gods. There's a god of light, nature, the ocean, sky, magic, magic, time, and the heavens. Oh, there it is. Of course, the one page I didn't look at. Yeah, I mean, so the gods will, of course, be seen differently in different cultures, but predominantly these 7 figures have kind of persisted as the majorly upheld religion of the world because there's an overwhelming sense of kind of continuity or proof of their existence in the form of one of the living characters in the world that kind of acts like, I guess kind of like the Pope in a way. If the Pope never died. So, you can say that the Temerian Sea took its name from the Temerian star that used to shine the night sky until it fell in the sea. Shooting star, and that's how it got its name. So is the Temerian star an actual thing, or you just made that up? I mean, it's a cool concept. It'd have to be a big-ass star, I mean, the night sky. Oh, making it up. Cool. Yeah, that is interesting. A star that fell from the sky into the ocean, so they named the ocean after that star. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. They know what's in that part of the sea, but no idea where it where it is. Maybe it's something that people look for. Maybe it's magical or valuable. If someone finds it, that's kind of interesting. There could be a certain ship captain looking for the heart of that star. I wonder what that ship captain's name would be. And that the ocean could be warmer than the rest because of it. Wow. That's insane. It's almost as if you're trying to write a story for your own character. Oh, wow. I wonder what the Sombat would be like. Our character. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sombat. Word of the day. Well, that's the interesting thing about deities and kind of the way that I'm trying to take it, Angry Meatball. The one thing that I've always noticed, I guess the thing that I'm trying to strike to keep it simple is the duality, right? The gods are seen as cruel by some and loving or forgiving by others, right? The ocean isn't always calm, and sometimes it can be cruel, but more often than not, it helps provide life to the world, and you know, obviously do a lot of things. The ocean is a very vast concept to try to put a one-sided face to. So, you know, there will sometimes be sailors who fear the wrath of the ocean god and pray for safe passage and forgiveness, and there will be others who feel as if the ocean mother blesses them on every sail. Mermaid or underwater seas? What do you mean, mermaid or underwater seas? Underwater cities. Ah. I wouldn't rule it out, but you don't know if there's any underwater cities. I haven't decided on that, to be totally honest. There are definitely things underwater, though. I don't know if I would go as far as to say cities. Maybe on other planes of existence, which will be a theme just like most D&D campaigns, but you're more than welcome to throw them out as a name suggestion, though. Because once again, even if it doesn't fit, maybe I can use it for something else. But yeah. But yeah, to give some more description, 7 gods, once again, covered the primary domains of light, nature, time, magic, sea or ocean, water, basically, air, sky, and then the heavens would be all 7. but their associations are to particular virtues or virtuous attributes. So the god of light is associated to the virtue of mercy. The goddess of nature, or I'll just say gods in general. God of nature is related to passion. God of time is related to patience. God of magic is related to prudence. The god of the sea is related to admiration. The god of the sky is related to aspiration. And the god of the heavens is related to conviction. The seven holy virtues is the common title for all seven deities within this world. Yeah. I mean, I would say generically that the religious text is going to look at the gods as more positive because, once again, there's only seven of them. So the gods themselves are not considered evil or necessarily cruel creatures by default. Um, but once again, when you look at some of the larger concepts, like, yeah, mercy, probably not going to be too many ways to spin that in a negative light. But when you look at the more natural elements of the world, like nature, is obviously a very positive thing in most situations. But there are very negative circumstances that can come about in nature. Same thing with the ocean. Those would be the two best examples. But yes, the people who believe in these deities would see them as overwhelmingly positive. A lot of where the negativity comes from is the murky history of the world, because this is a how do I say it? It's the third cycle of life within this world. History shows that there are two other cycles that have lived and basically utterly perished under these same deities. So there's a lot of questions in some people's minds as to why that's the case. When Claire de Lune shuffles into the all right, I'll get back on it. Yeah, I actually have a map. I don't know if this is even going to be viewable, but that is what the world looks like. If you can see that. That actually looks like it's pretty clear for the most part. Not super high detailed, I'm sure, but it gives you a rough idea of what the world looks like. Hold that up for a few more seconds. So this, orientation's weird. This, this side right here is where the shipless sea is. Most of the world is still up in the air from a layout of any particular cities or things like that, though. I have a lot of time to work on this, which is why I'm starting now. Otherwise, I will not get it all done in time. This is true. This is very true. But this is not the real world. Country or explorer names. There's only one country that I've absolutely certain the country name will be in the campaign, which is Timore. Timore. The other two major factions of the world, I'm still kind of debating on the name. There is a Holy Republic, and then a more European Union style collection of states and countries within the world. As far as explorer names, I have a backstory for an explorer that I cannot share yet. But I haven't decided on a name yet. But I appreciate all these questions. These are very good questions. It's definitely helping me think through some things that I'm going to need to add detail for before it comes time to show it off. I actually ran a one-shot in the setting a couple weeks ago using a very small portion of the world. Part of that Tagalog setting I was referring to earlier. And I appreciate your help, sir. Or ma'am. I assume sir. But, you know. Correct me if I'm wrong. What? Wow, what? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm being honest about what my assumption was. Better to be honest than to lie. But I will gladly accept the correction if I was wrong. Canceled. Oh no. Damn it. And I just got to 5 viewers. Ah, damn it. I'm fucked. Dealer's choice. Alright. That's interesting. Ah, I gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough. You are definitely due your privacy. But yeah, as far as how to help, yeah, just like I said, I mean, feel free to ask questions, leave comments. I will be trying to do this at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week, to make sure that I'm getting some content made. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just tune in. Hey, there we go. Angry Meatball is now following. I appreciate it. Enjoy the world building hop. But yeah, the next stream, for sure we'll do one on Saturday, unless something comes up. But I might also do one Wednesday. So we'll see. I'm going to try to get better at using these tools and make a little calendar for you guys. Any mountains? There will definitely be mountains, of course. Maybe a mountain where a certain wise old monk lives on the top of, you know. He gives sage advice. Yeah, I love pen and paper. Like personally, I love doing my notes on a pad, but digital is also just undeniably more convenient in a lot of ways. Once it's in there, at least, it feels nicer writing and reading through the notes, but being able to take that information and copy it over and do a million different things with it is just so convenient. Which is why I'm trying to get into the habit of putting everything either in a Word doc or putting it on OneNote directly. But I still gotta jot things down to get the juices flowing. But yeah, certified wetback. Why you ask? What's that? You got an idea for a mountain? Clegane? Why do I recognize that? Is that the fucking Game of Thrones shit? The mountain. I was like, why do I fucking recognize Clegane? Oh my god. Sure, I'll put it down. I don't know if it's gonna make the final cut. You know, I don't want to get sued by George. Their name for mountains are what? Cleganes? That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting nod. That's also a great character name. I'm not gonna lie. Clegane. I'll put that on the character list too. You know what I need to figure out too? It's kind of cool. I've never used, well, I've used OBS a little bit. I've never really, like, played around with these programs, though. But it's cool that it will play my audio, even though I have my headphones on, if I wanted to. Obviously, I can't just play whatever audio I want for copyright purposes. So I need to figure out what I can play in the background without getting sued. Man, Waifu Central, what a name. Long live Waifu Central. What was the brother's name in Game of Thrones? Clegane's brother. Sandor and Gregor. Sure. Oh, those were their names. Gregor Clegane. Yeah. Lansky. Hmm. Hey, if you guys aren't using Selsun Blue by Lil Wayne in your D&D campaigns, you're missing out. I just want to highlight that. Both figuratively and literally. Hmm. The George R. Mountains. Mensa Monkey, you should have a character name Ligma Nuts. Hey, you know, that's a great name idea. I don't see anything wrong with that name. Absolutely nothing. You know, I think I'm gonna make that one of the central characters in the campaign now. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that one. Ligma Nuts. Krog. That is a great name. That is a great name. You're not wrong. Go ahead and just do that. Just put Krog right there. Yeah, like that. Not as good as Ligma Nuts, though. Gorge R Mountains. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. I'm just gonna say Gorge R Mountains. Men's a Monkey. That's an interesting name. George R Mountains. Ah, it was better as a Gorge. Just because then it's more of a. I'm gonna put it. Just so the next chat, you know, next time I hop on, people can see the ever expanding list What am I looking for? I'm looking for mountains. Gorge RR mountains. I'm having a lot of typos tonight. Yeah, bro. You eat some Skittles? Is that what happened? Oh, wow. We got some more people in here. Hello, people. Welcome to the chat. Feel free to leave your suggestions in the chat log. We are looking for all kinds of ideas, but we do have a few top contenders from the list tonight. Oh yeah, I need to go ahead and highlight these. Maybe this will be something I do is before I end the stream every night, I'll pick out the top picks for the stuff that we talked about. So for character names, we got a lot of character names going so far. I'm really appreciating the help with character names, primarily from Moon Spiders. If you're still here in the chat, thank you, Moon Spiders. But Ligma Nuts from user, forgot what his name was. It was like Monkey Men, Men's a Monkey. Where'd he go? Men's a Monkey. Yeah, there we go. Man's a Monkey. I gave the great character name suggestion, Ligma Nuts. He'll now be the central character in the story. It might make him a deity, actually. Make Ligma Nuts a deity name, potentially. Town and city names. We've got a few city names, but Cumster so far as number one. What are moon spiders? I don't know, man. Should ask moon spiders. I'm just kidding. Moon spiders are really cool. I'm pretty sure like some of the coolest guys that ever exist. And then for my music suggestions, I really liked Demise of a Nation by Secession Studios. It was almost as good as Selsun Blue by Lil Wayne, though. Once again, if you're not using Lil Wayne in your Dnd campaign, you are missing out. For ocean/sea names, we've got the Dank Sea. And I don't think we're going to get anything better than that. And for mountains, we've got two Game of Thrones themes, or, references. But Gorge RR Mountains. It's a terrible pun, but I love it. But yeah, we got a lot of work done so far, Especially on the character names, actually. These are pretty good, some of them. This is all useful info. Let's see. We've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Look at that. We're official, you guys. Don't let anyone take this away from you. You should have the god of annoying inconveniences. Alright? The god responsible for making you lose a sock to a pair. I see what you're saying. Alright. Well, there isn't going to be a god of annoying inconveniences, but there will be, devils and demons and creatures considered, what would the term be? What's the term I'm looking for? Either way, we're going to say folklore. Just kind of in a general sense, because I do like that concept of what you're going for, Men's a Monkey. I think that's a great idea. I think there should be someone that someone's name that people, speak to when they've been inconvenienced in a very annoying or minor way. Demigods, no, there will be no demigods. Not in the core religion. But to that point, there will be god-esque creatures more powerful than the average humanoid, creatures that are mystical or terrifying in their own way, right? Because you gotta keep in mind, God is number one. That's top level. There's gonna be a lot between normal people and gods, but not something like demigod, meaning like half god, half, the human population, so to speak. And I'll put annoying bitch for my placeholder. Annoying bitch, parentheses. Inconvenience. Like, I imagine like an imp, like a fucking, like a Vor. Y'all don't know who Vor is unless you played in my last D&D campaign, but Vor is this little fucking imp that all he wants is fucking cake. But I imagine an imp who's just fucking fucks with people's days. Dedrick, Cedric, Kendrick, Gendrick, Cedric. All right. What the fuck? Great idea. Could be a set of dudes. Okay. Yeah, could be a group of brothers, or like a family line. Could see them being like 5 dumbasses from the same royal family. You kill Dedrick, his bro Cedric comes to take revenge, so on and so forth. I do love recurring characters or recurring character themes. That is a great idea. But why would we kill Dedrick? What did he do? What's our motivation for killing Dedrick? The House of Drick. It's a terrible name. We don't like him. Minor inconvenience. Now we're coming up with a story. Maybe the House of Drick worships the Imp of Inconvenience. That's my manager from Best Buy just coming to say that I'm fired. Well, that sucks. I mean, I'm working like 4 hours a week anyway, so it'll be alright. Also, I mean, if I'm being totally honest, I don't think my manager knows how to use Twitch. I'd be very impressed if he did. Well, now I know you know who I am, but I have no idea who you are, Menza Monkey. And I must say, it's not the best name in the chat. Oh, it's Will? Damn, you really know who I am. Dropping that name. Will Shimkus is in the chat. Oh, I shouldn't say his last name. Who cares? All right. Well, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Men's a monkey. But anyways, to go back to our great story of the House of Drick. Maybe the House of Drick worships the Imp of Inconvenience, and by killing Dedrick, the the head of the house, we're able to find out. Maybe he's the youngest son. Yeah, that makes more sense. Maybe he's the youngest son. We kill him, find out some information about how to stop the Imp of Inconvenience. But, uh, you know, the older brother, Cedric, comes after us next, and so on and so forth. It's interesting. It is the outline of a potentially good idea. The House of Drick, though, that needs some work. Ooh. Mm. So, Will, what are you doing here, man? How did you find my stream? Also, how are you doing, Long time no talk. Hmm. It seems like we got some more people in here since I last called it out. So if you are new to the chat, welcome. It's my first stream, so thank you for showing up. I am currently just putting together ideas for my Dnd campaign. So if you see any of these topics on this Word document that you'd like to chime in and add ideas for, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, in between talking, just talking with you guys, I will be writing my own notes. My heater broke, so my wife is staying at my boss's house. He's so nice. Interesting. Well, I didn't know your boss was a dude because your boss is literally a woman. But that's it's interesting. So, are you staying at the house, or what are you doing, man? Isn't it cold? It's pretty cold tonight. What's the weather like? Oh, it's 60. You'll be alright. You'll be alright, Will. Cucks are the lowest form of men. I do not disagree. No, he only had room for one apparently, so I let my wife stay. That's really nice of you. That's really nice of you, putting your wife before your own needs. It looks like your boss's bed's gonna be broken tomorrow. Hey, well, you better go fix your boss's bed because he's letting your wife stay. He's letting your wife stay over there. Okay, so you do the right thing. You fix his bed tomorrow if it's broken. Help that man out. And Junior's account. How many people is a good number for D&D without going over? That's an excellent question. There's not really a specific answer to that, man. Ultimately, the thing with D&D is it's really just about the group. So I ran a game. The largest group I've run is 8 people, and obviously the challenge with adding more people after a certain point is it slows things down, right? But for some people they like that. Some people wanna have a slower game. But if you want things to be more fast paced, Obviously, the fewer people you have, the fewer people who are kind of interjecting their thoughts or decisions. It speeds things up. Six is my sweet spot. I like six. I like even numbers. Ideally, some people will probably say five or say seven, just because then there's an odd number, and if there's ever a tiebreaker, then you can break that tie without without being stuck necessarily. I don't really find that becomes an issue a lot. Usually in D&D, um, when it comes down to it, most groups will heavily lean towards one type of decision, and it's very rare that there's going to be a dead even tie. So I think six is a great number, at least for me to run. Five players is my sweet spot. Everyone gets time to shine in a 3 to 4 hour session. Yeah, I agree. Five's a good number. Six is mine. Five makes sense. Um, yeah, because to that point, 3 to 4 hours is generally where I want to run my session. Um, if you're going more than six people, then if you're running longer sessions, like if you're running those 6 to 8 hour sessions that some people run, which is great for them. I can't do that all the time though. Then a larger group is probably more more feasible. I'd love to run like a super large session one day though, like some insane number, like 30 people. You know, I just don't know how I would do it. Just do some super like battle royale D&D style thing. That'd be cool. Oh wow. Hey chat, we've hit a new record. We've got 7 people in here at the same time. That's amazing. We're seeing a rapid growth, unlike anything we've ever seen before. Well, hello seventh person. Welcome to the chat. We're having a pretty good time in here, just shooting the shit, talking about D&D, talking about Will's wife, who's a very nice lady, by the way. Just want to put that out there. But if you have any suggestions for any of these topics, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I will add them to the list. Or drop any questions that you have about the campaign or about D&D in general. And yeah, let's see. Of course it is. I have figured out who you are, Menza Monkey, and I must say, I probably should have guessed that right away. I probably should have known immediately that it was you. But thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I guess to clarify, because I kind of dropped this one in here without saying anything. Let me see. Where is this? This one right here. If anyone's got any good examples of like just kind of boring objects, like things that are made, like I guess the keyword is obsolete, like things that would have existed that are not super useful in our time period because they've been replaced by like maybe something more technologically advanced. That would be cool. Because frankly speaking, I like taking those kind of items and finding ways to make them more interesting through magic. So, the House of Drick. That is pretty top tier. And if anyone wants to come up with a city name better than Cumster, I am all eyes and ears. What, let's see, where are you at? I'm looking for Angry Meatball. So you've been playing since 4E. What do you prefer? You prefer 4E or 5E? I meant to ask you. And what setting are you playing? Just Forgotten Realms, or have you played in any others? I've personally only ever played 5E. But and now that I'm only like pretty much only planning to DM going forward, I don't know that I'll change to another edition or RPG except for 6E maybe. Ah, of course. I ask and I receive. What better name than Cumster? Seamanville. Yep. I mean, I did that to myself, I guess. Can't even be mad at that one. I don't know, that's better than Cumster, though. Because Seamanville is just too, that's too, like... Like, you can't play that one off. I could probably get away with saying Cumster a few times before it was obvious that it was a joke. I actually started in 3.5 right when 4E was starting. No one I knew wanted to play 4E, so I haven't played much 4E. Okay, fair enough. Do you prefer 5E over 3.5 or 4E? Or, because I don't know much about either of them. I know that most people didn't like 4E because everyone shits on 4E. But I don't know if the hate is justified. 5E is obviously very approachable, which is what I think has helped it become so popular. Even anyone could DM 5E with just a little bit of patience. I missed something about 3.5. I like how customizable it was, but then there was a lot to learn before you had to start. Yeah, I mean, with role-playing games, it's always going to be the trade-off, though, right? Like, the more... Outside of the role-playing aspect, the more choice you have when it comes to the mechanics of the game, the more difficult it is going to be to have a new player pick up and learn, and then obviously the less approachable the game's going to be. It's like that's why I like 5e. It's especially now that I know it fairly well. It's very easy for me to take someone who's never even played D&D before and kind of introduce some of the bigger concepts, mechanically speaking, and have them pick it up and roll with it. And you've been DMing 5e the longest. That's cool. Me too. It's the only one I've DM'd, so it's by default, but I think 6e is going to be interesting. They're already working on it, supposedly. Because they are, D&D is a lot more popular than it's ever been, for sure. Which means they're going to have to be very careful what they change. Otherwise, people are going to be pissed. Honestly, I should have known it was you. Fucking Men's a Monkey. Should have fucking known it was you. Because only you come up with these fucking meme-ass names. As soon as I read LIG, I should have known it was you. And I feel like a fucking idiot for not. Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, you're definitely not wrong that 5e is a very flawed game in terms of some of the rules, and especially how heavily advantage is kind of used as like the end all be all for anything, really. Like anything you do earns you advantage, anything negative earns you disadvantage is kind of a weak system from a mechanic standpoint. But that is the beauty of a role playing game. If you don't like it, you can homebrew it. There's a lot of good homebrew rules that I've come up with in my sessions that make don't necessarily change the core rules drastically, but enhance them a little bit, make them a little bit more dynamic. Susuri, or the City of Whispers? Is that what it actually means, the City of Whispers in Latin? Or what does it mean? Susuri. Okay, that's interesting. It's better than Seamanville. I'll give you that. I definitely like the idea of a City of Whispers. That would be a good city. Oh, means whisper. Okay, that makes sense. That's good enough for me. Be a good city for Timore. Be a great city name for Timore. I'm probably going to use that. Could be like our Chicago. I can't talk. Bro, your typos are out of this world today. My favorite is still Sombat. That is honestly the word of the day. Could be like our Chicago. In what way? What do you mean? What about Chicago? Like they have great deep dish pizza, or they got a lot of crime? Or both? Uh, damn. Hey man, go ahead and just slow down and reread that line for me, okay? It's not that you spelled Chicago wrong. Could be a like our Chicago. 5e is the best. I really love that being a different race gives you different stats. Further supports the argument that some races are just better than others. Oh, man. You know, I think what you're trying to say, Moon Spiders, what you're really trying to say is that you think diversity is great, you know. You think that every race is great in their own way, and that, you know, it's great for people to be unique. And I love that. I love that you are so open-minded, and that, you know, you just understand that everyone has different traits to bring to the table. A crime family that has a pizza front. Okay. But for a whole city, though? Or is that just one family? Which family is this? Is this the House of Drick? And then, no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I have no idea what else you could have meant. Because it was a very open-minded and compassionate sentence that you, White... Oh my god. I'm not even gonna say that one. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's, you know. We do all have our pluses and minuses, though, you know? Right? Like in D&D. Some of us have you know, +2 to charisma. Some of us have a -2 in intelligence, like moon spiders. Human. Oh, yeah. Damn, that timing was perfect. -2 to intelligence. You misspelled orc, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's. He has realized his mistake, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be a clip right there. +10 for a human. +10 is the max. So it's very statistically accurate. -666 is not statistically accurate in 5e. A -5 is actually. -5 is the max. Excuse me. Sorry. I found the notebook I keep my names in. Let's see it. Annie, man. I'm gonna need names for all kinds of things. Any you want to share? Feel like Krog would be able to throw an axe further than 3 feet. I don't know. It's gonna really just depend. Thing about D&D is it's a game of chance, you know. So I'm sure that sometimes he could throw the axe further than 3 feet, and sometimes he probably couldn't. Like if he pissed off the DM to the point that the DM wasn't thinking straight. Um, oh my god. Uh, you should make an OnlyFans. That's very sweet of you. I have been told multiple times within the last week that I look like Drake, so you know maybe I'll make an OnlyFans, insinuating that I am. DM should not be biased. You are absolutely right, Junior's account. And if your DM was ever biased towards you, I bet he's sorry about it. You know, it's a learning lesson for sure. When you're running a game, the computer isn't biased. You know, but we're people, not computers, so it becomes a little tricky. So, you know, hopefully you can forgive your DM if he ever hurt you. I got a suggestion for a city name. What about Fuck Jews? Wow. Don't ask where these came from. I steal names from media or come up with them randomly throughout the day. Don't write anything else down. That's fine. No judgments. Just, I might ask if there's a meaning to it. If you don't know, that's fine. That's not a big deal. Bugbears are terrifying. Drake's brother Blake. Hey. If he was, should have said so sooner than later. You're right, man. You know, sooner's always better than later, but later's better than never. So, fun fact. I'm not sure what you're saying. OMG to. My guess would probably be Menza Monkey's suggestion. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. You were saying that too. I don't know that that's a city name though, Menza Monkey. Like, can you use it in a sentence? Okay. I'm gonna take these town names. Okay. Bal Arend. I feel like I've heard that one before. Maybe. I feel like that's a Wheel of Time city. Maybe not. Wheel of Time has a lot of interesting city names. So there's a good chance that it's just one of something that starts with Bal somewhere. I like these ideas though. Sarnath. That's interesting. You know, when you look at what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interesting fantasy city names, and then you look up slightly and see Seamanville above it. Oh, okay. Hey, no problem. No problem at all. That does make more sense though. Lodwar and Dacia? Or is it Dacia? I kind of like Dacia. The city of I'm not a black man. Wow. Once again, I would love to see these interesting city names that Certified Wetback, Moon Spiders, and Menza Monkey come up with put into an actual sentence. Like, give me some setting description here. Like, let's really dive deep. Oh, you're right. I didn't. You're right. I apologize. I'm putting everything on here. So I will not. I said I was gonna put everything on here, no matter how potentially inflammatory. Uh, because they suck. Because what sucks? I don't understand. Actually, it doesn't even say suck. It says suckle because it's a -2 to intelligence. Um, hmm. Calcifor. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm gonna put that right under fuck Jews. Alright, let's see. I mean, I still have not gotten any music suggestions better than Selsun Blue. That's a little disappointing. And I have no Twitch username suggestions. You guys must like Waifu Central. I know Moon Spiders like Waifu Central. Let's see. They really got some interesting emotes on this thing. I got this nice ass webcam too. It doesn't even work with my computer. I need to go get a new one. Thank you, Angry Meatball, for the character name suggestions. Zubair. That's interesting. Aiden's Archives. Yeah, I was thinking about putting Aiden in there, you know, since I don't know that I'm ever gonna have another actual PC. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play D&D again. We'll see. Outside of like one shots. And Aiden is obviously my staple character. Not that I ever got to really play him to a long running campaign, but I was also thinking of like the DM's journal, but it apparently Twitch won't let me put apostrophes, which then makes it look weird. But I do like that. Aiden's Archives. That's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good incorporation of Aiden. Let's see. And since no one knows Gaelic history, might as well throw in... Oh. Yeah. I mean, that's intense. Conchobor Macnessa. Probably butchered the pronunciation of that. You know, this turned out way better than I expected for our first stream, you know? I was just expecting to get the highlighted names, to be honest. You know? I was just expecting straight memes. No good ideas, but here we go. We got some fucking good shit in here. You know? Let's see. Damn, we've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm just crushing it. I think I'm gonna run it till 11:15 my time. So give it another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll probably do this again on Wednesday because this was fun. Oh, what am I doing? So if you guys have any other suggestions for tonight, feel free to throw them out or ask any other questions. You could have this legendary dude who lives on a mountain and everyone knows him as different, magnificent titles, only for his name to be Tim. All right. I mean, that's an interesting concept. Give me an example of one of these different magnificent titles. Like the concept of characters who are made much bigger than made out to be much bigger than they actually are, though. I do like that. Or vice versa. Characters who are underestimated. The Angel of Glory. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. That's gonna go under folklore for now. The Angel of Glory, Tim. Wielder of the 8-star. Ooh. I don't even know if that means anything, but it sounds badass. Could you imagine climbing that mountain? Thinking that you're gonna face the Angel of Glory? Climb to the peak of the mountain and fucking, you got Sell Some Blue by Lil Wayne playing in the background? That's how you know you're gonna find a Tim up there. The man who got Rihanna pregnant? Is Rihanna pregnant? Does Rihanna have kids? I have no idea. I don't keep up with any of that shit. She gonna? Oh, when Tim shows up. Yep. I bet. Or when she climbs the mountain. Because, it wouldn't make sense if Tim comes down the mountain. She's pregnant and the community is hurting. What community? The music community? The Chris Brown fan community? I don't understand. Men. Oh, okay. Just men in general are hurting. Damn. All me everywhere. Hell yeah, these typos. I'm loving it. All me everywhere. Oh my god. Whew. Let me go ahead and. God. That's interesting. That's cool. I'm gonna have to play around with this some more on my off time. So I've never. Oh, that's cool. If I was actually, I'm still here. If y'all can hear me, but that's interesting. Huh. Alright, guys, we got about 5 minutes left before I'm gonna call it. So don't forget to drop any more ideas in the chat. Any questions you guys have? Anything you think I should talk about or ask for help with next week, or not next week, next time, because I will be we'll probably do this again Wednesday. I think that's gonna be the plan. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, maybe. Okay, sounds good, Angry Meatball. I appreciate it. Yeah, bring whatever you like to the world building session. All ideas are appreciated. Definitely appreciate all your ideas tonight. Uh, probably a good Probably a good time to save that file. You know, wouldn't that fucking suck if that wasn't saved? You could have a Gandalf guy that used to be OP and now just goes around throwing parties and getting high with halflings, but instead he just refuses to answer a call to arms in the moment. I mean, is that not what Gandalf did? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I'm here for the open market of ideas. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea, you know? Because, like, at the end of the day, any of the stuff that I put on here is obviously free reign for you guys to use as well. If there are any other DMs in the chat that want to, take anything that we suggest. Maybe not this. I'd, I'd appreciate if we leave my potential Twitch usernames alone. But outside of that, obviously this stuff is free reign. Because I don't know how long, I mean, Waifu Central is going to work up until the point that people actually start, like, following me more than, 3 follows in a stream. Then I'm probably going to have to pick something that makes a little bit more sense. Or not. Maybe I just try to go #1 on Twitch with the name Waifu Central. Well, it looks like we had someone join the chat, so thank you. We will be wrapping up here in the next few minutes, but if you like what you see, feel free to follow. Probably be back online Wednesday at either 8 or 9 o'clock, depending. But essentially, got any merch? I'll answer that in just a second. I got tons of merch. As far as kind of what we're doing here, I'm building a Dnd campaign, and I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of, Angry Meatball said it best, it's an open market of ideas. So got a bunch of different topics, put them into a Word doc, and just kind of bounce ideas off of each other while I write my own notes for my campaign. You guys can, spit ideas at me and ask questions, talk about D&D, or other role-playing games, or really just anything in general. As far as the merch goes, hell no, I don't have any merch. It's my first stream. I wish, maybe one day. Maybe if you guys share the stream with enough people and the word spreads, maybe we can have a Waifu Central t-shirt. That'd be kind of cool. Will not be sharing. Okay. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you telling me that. I mean, I probably wouldn't want you sharing anyways. You got a -2 in intelligence, so chances are you're going to attract some other -2s in here. Oh, well, never mind. Disregard. I'm sorry. I did not say that. Will not be not sharing. What an edit. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna call it a night. we've been at it for about 2.5 hours, which I think is pretty good for a first stream. Like I said, I will put it on the calendar, but I believe Wednesday at 9 o'clock, the latest, should be the start of my next one. So, huge shout out to all of you guys, actually, but thank you, Angry Meatball, Moon Spiders, and Certified Wetback specifically for the largest number of quality ideas. Men's a Monkey, thanks for a good laugh, you know. Junior's Account, if you're still here, thank you too. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great night, and I will see you next time. Peace.